The only thing I knew from the beginning of this project is that I would bring together sound and visual. I thought about connecting each sound property with a visual property like color with musical note, size with volume, and so on. So to test that idea, I started using the playground I submitted last year because it had already a decent visual and some physics implemented. The first step was to test SK audio node, and for this I had to use my phone to record a lot of test sounds. Then I had this idea of making a choir simulation since I have affinity in this topic. And the idea was to ask some friends to sing single notes and bring all the timbres together in a code to make some harmony. But I also wanted to experiment with spoken voice in the music, make it a little bit crazier. That neither of these tests were generating melody, and I wanted to do this. So I took one of my favorite Brazilian songs as a reference, treated like a glove since each melody can be reproduced randomly after the other and it will sound good anyway. There were 4 types of melodies and each one had some different options of lyrics. I recorded all of them before I was reminded that the content should be entirely in English, so I cut the letter off and improvised with a good old la la ya. For the choir-like mode, I would need to define a sequence of harmonies that sounded like music, meaning I would have to compose a choir song for it to be really good. So I left this idea because with the musical level achieved, it could really get noisy and not musical, and improving it musically would be out of my scope. Another challenge was to think of a time interval between the sound beats that would make sense. My solution was to play the sounds recursively, more or less in the order that the nodes was added. That was possible because behind the scenes, each node's agglomerate in the scene is a tree graph. So since I'm working with tree structures, I can reverb the sound playing first the sound of the root, then the sounds of its child nodes, then the child nodes of the child nodes, and so on. So if the depth node is a root, more chances that the reverb duration will be bigger. That's why I made the roots visual to be different. I wanted to be able to see the graph through the sound.